The Liberty Memorial stretches into the sky above the busy streets of Kansas City, Missouri. But what lies underneath it is arguably even more fascinating.
In 1921, at the groundbreaking, the Vice President of the United States was here to dedicate the memorial, as well as the 5 Allied generals, which was the first time in history that they were together. The museum opened in 1926, and its mission really always stayed focused to telling that story of World War I.
At the National World War I Museum, rifles line the wall, bunkers come to life, and a proud history begins to take shape.
The museum really shares the very personal stories of the men and women who sacrificed throughout the war, and it's really told not only from the American perspective, but through all nations who were participants in the war. There are large weapons like you would expect, but there's also a lot of personal items and objects of the common soldier. So what they carried in their pocket, it might be dice or a rosary or a Bible or a lot of personal photos of people.
This museum is so much more than just a collection of knowledge and military gear, though.
We've really integrated technology. So you have interactive tables where you can create your own propaganda poster or a memorial and email it to yourself. You use this light pen and you can learn about weapons of the time and tanks and camouflage and a lot of the things. It's a great hands-on way for kids of all ages to learn.
The National World War I Museum is a place to remember the past, to marvel at the technology of a century that is all too often forgotten. A place where nations come together, a place to remember the tragedies of war and of those who sacrificed their lives for us.
There are so many communities that have wonderful art museums and zoos and terrific things. The reality, this is America's only museum dedicated to the Great War. We have the largest collection of World War I artifacts in the country, one of the largest in the world, and it's told in a way that is very meaningful and relevant, and it is truly a national treasure that everyone should come and experience.